Bine ați venit la...
Salut!
Salut! La 5-lea Meetup de anul acesta. Pentru cei ce nu știu, ați ajuns la WordPress Meetup. Este întâlnirea lunară a oamenilor pasionați sau care au măcar de un pic treabă cu WordPress, dar nu numai. WordPress nu este doar despre content management system, care acum ocupă 30% din, care este instalat 30% din website-urile active, de față, și promovează printre altele și bune practici în web design, în securitate, în ce vreți voi și totodată se bazează foarte mult pe comunitate, ceea ce încercăm și noi să întreținem, să clădim.
Nu, uite.
Aici.
Doar am testat-o.
Okay.
Nu eram conectat.
Cam cum se va desfășura întâlnirea, voi prezenta pe scurt câteva știri din ultima lună, pe care le-am considerat importante. Apoi vom avea un invitat surpriză, Alex, care ne va ține o prezentare. Și la final vom avea și o sesiune de Q&A și vom ieși aici în pulă la o felie de pizza. Între timp te servi apă, niște bomboane, ce vă face foc. Da. UK că sunt doar 3 standuri.
Ok, atunci ți le să le dai din...
Ok. I think we have some foreign guests. Well, can you help them translate or?
Perfect. Maybe we'll continue in English.
Yeah, we can continue in English if everybody's okay.
My presentation is in English on the slide, so I can continue in English. It's okay for me. Go on.
Yeah, my slides are also in English.
Perfect.
Habit of the trade.
Super.
Okay. So last month in WordPress we got a new version, an important version, 5.2. This brings a lot of updates and new features. But although I would have liked to tell you about all of them, I said it would be best to just tell you 3 of them that I consider most important. You can always check out on the WordPress website the whole article about what the 5.2 update brings. So the first one is they integrated a plugin health check, which helps users service their websites by themselves. For common problems, they don't need to hire a developer anymore to debug the problem. They can try to solve them by themselves. And also, it standardized the location where developers can add information that helps others or the users debug. So now, when you look at the debugging information, you know where to find it. You don't have to search and try to think where the developer put the information. You know it's in one place. The second most important thing is that for years now, and especially since the block editor came out in December, WordPress has been under fire for not being accessible, for not taking steps into implementing accessibility in WordPress. So this update addresses a lot of open issues on GitHub and made some steps. They're still small, but at least they made them, and they show that they have interest in implementing accessibility for upcoming updates. Last but not least, maybe this is something you bumped into along the years, the dreaded white screen of death. For those of you who don't know, basically due to a PHP error or any other serious issue, when you access your website, you just get a white screen and then it's gone. You cannot do anything. You have to go to your hosting company, and maybe Alex will tell us a bit more because he...
Do a backup.
Yeah.
If
But
you
if
only
you're
have
like me
one
and
hosting,
don't do backups, then you're basically
screwed. No,
Yeah.
not screwed. No. No. You have to talk with somebody that.
Well, it's pretty bad. So what they did in this update, they implemented the ability to go into a recovery mode. So basically, you wouldn't get just the white screen of death. You'd get some way of accessing the website and try to save it from dying. So this was it in last month. As I said, you can access the website. There are a lot of updates in this version, and they still have. Most recently, they launched 5.2.1, which was a security maintenance. Basically, you will see a lot of small updates with security issues. And the next important big news, which is not related to the past month but to the upcoming month, is that the WordCamp Europe will take place in Berlin between 20 and 22nd of June. If it's the first time you hear about this, it's basically a conference that's held once a year, and everybody especially from Europe, but also from Asia, from US, and I think they also were from Australia or Japan. They gather for this 3-day conference where they meet with each other, attend the talks, or just go to workshops and work together to help out WordPress. But basically it's more like a huge gathering. So some key takeaways is that there are 3,000 attendees. There were 3,000 tickets sold, which is a lot, and it's going to be interesting to see how the organizers will cope with this number, because last year there were like 2,500, more or less. And also they have a very huge emphasis this year on reducing the waste and caring for the environment. So basically you won't see any plastics or disposable cutlery.
Yeah, they just got banned in Europe.
No, they will be banned in 2021.
Yeah, in 2 years. Yeah.
They just voted the directive, and we have 2 years to implement before we implement it. So if you didn't catch a ticket, I'm sorry, there are no more. But you can tweet with the hashtag WCEU tickets. Anyway, I think if you search for VCEU tickets on Twitter, you'll find a lot of tweets, and maybe somebody has a spare ticket to share with you. Also something that, the last thing about WordCamp Europe, because it's actually very nice, and I think it's one of the main points of this conference is that, and last night, so that would be Saturday night, there's an after party, and it always has a theme. And this year, because it's Berlin and it's very diverse, it's very colorful, and also it's very anchored to the fall of the Berlin Wall, which took place in '89. The theme will be about the 80s period, so it's going to be interesting how people will dress. You can search for images of the last year's after party, which was the space-themed party, and some people, especially from Yoast, had some crazy costumes, but they were really, really nice and creative. So that was it for WordPress news. Before we move on, I'd like to thank our sponsors, because the Meetup wouldn't be possible without them. They help us have this room, have the refreshments, and make all of us feel comfortable and welcome each month. So first of all, it's the WordPress Foundation. They make huge efforts to grow the community, to make people understand WordPress is not just a simple software, it's about people, it's about community. And but then they also get help from local or not. Just most of the sponsors you see here are local, but not all of them. So I'll just go through them, and you can find them also on meetup.com. They have links. You can look them up. So it's a crowd favorite, Themile, A2 Hosting, Hotjar, and WP Writers. Also, we have a team of volunteers that each month we try to set up the meetup and make you all feel welcome. So thank you all for coming. And now I'd like to welcome Alex with his talk.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.